over the last 50 years or so, and as a person, I've initiated and authored a lot of work. I've authored it with the help of a lot of individuals. I'll not take claim for anything as a single object, as a single piece by a Stu Dawson, other than my sketchbooks, and that's Stu Dawson. But everything else is collaborative. And I think the interesting thing about our discussion here has been, the Stan Whites of my life, the Hideo Sasaki's, the Pete Walker, Mr. Current Pete Walker, and people like Dan Birnbaum and Walter Whitehill, A Topographic History of Boston, books that keep threading their way through my work. And all of my work, I have to admit, is 99% inspired by people that I work with and clients and cite. But there's another 1% that's inspired by these other folks. Sometimes when I think, and I'm in a large group, and I'm not speaking up well enough, Norman Newton will kick me in the head and say, "Stu, speak up." Or if I see a project that has a tree in the wrong place, and I say, Norman Newton will kick me in the nose. And then hid if I'm becoming too brazen and too dictatorial. I say, I think I can win this by being a little more subtle. And then the inventiveness of Pete. When I'm looking at stuff that we're doing and it looks, gee, we've done that before, I can, what the hell would Pete would do? And then you think about Burle Marx once in a while, and people like Bofill, Ricardo Bofill, they're architect. I mean, he's an architect, and you think about these people. What would they do in this location? And it goes on, and I think, but the Pete and Hideo have to be the number one ghosts. It's great to have those two people on your shoulders, and it's still true that there isn't a thing I do or think about that isn't shared with those two guys. And then I think that's the common thread, and then maybe that's what Stu Dawson is. Maybe that's what all of us are. You have things, people on your shoulders.